Welcome everybody. It's Elemental. As you know, I am here today to give you some positive energy. You know, I just got over like a crazy fucked up depression. You know, I'm not saying there's not going to be struggles in the future, and I'm not saying that, you know, I've forgotten what has happened, or you know, there's not going to be still situations that arise because of it, but I have let go and I feel so much better. You know, there's a lot of positive things ever since I just kind of surrendered to the fact that, like, you know, this is really bad thing that happened. I was deceived, I was hurt, I was betrayed, I was disrespected by somebody who came into my circles that I was welcoming with open arms in the worst way possible. I acknowledged it, I accepted that it happened, and I released it. Finally, it took me 9 months, but it happened. So you know, today I'm just gonna light up a bleezy with you guys and just have this sort of like random, just good energy post, man. I'm just excited to have my own energy back, to feel like myself again, to release all that negativity and hatred and just poison that has been flowing in my veins, and give it back to the people that caused it. You know, like, it's not on me anymore. Whoa, it's not on me anymore. It's on them. You know, it's their karma they have to deal with. It's their consequences that they have to deal with from the universe. For a while I thought, you know, like, the universe has had my back in so many situations that I've watched time and time again when people have wronged me, and they always get their comeuppance. You know, like, eventually I see things happen to them that are worse than what they did to me, and you know, even though those things occur, I hardly ever have anyone come back up to me and say, you know what, you were right, I'm really sorry I hurt you, and I apologize for my actions. But that doesn't matter anymore. I don't care. Things are going to be balanced. Balance will be brought in. And right now, you know, it's kind of funny because I'm about to start the backyard cannabis farming series for season 3 for 2020 this year, in the next week or two. And you know, I've never had this happen before, but I'm actually about to run out of cannabis. First time since I've been living in Oregon for almost 7 years that I'm actually running out of flower. So this is like, I probably have enough for like maybe like 5 more spliffs at most left from last year's grow, and then I'm gonna be out. So you know, throw the whole stash in a bowl, then it's time to grow, collaborate with the earth's soul. You know, that's what we got to do, just grow some more. So if you got something at home, pause it real quick, light up a bowl, light up a bong, light up a bleezy, whatever you got available, and smoke with me, man. Let's give this this cannabis blessing. You hear all the like noises coming into the video. Like, people are about my good energy now. Like, as soon as I started projecting it, all the good energy started flowing back to me from other people. It's like people pick up on, I really miss being like this. I'm so grateful that I'm back. You know, people, when they get around me, when I'm in my natural state, when I'm emitting this, like, this glow, this shine, you know, I'm gonna outshine those that wronged me. And everyone notices it. You know, they're drawn to it. People gravitate towards me when I'm like that. And it's the only way to be, man. Like, symbiosis is the only way to be one with it all. And I definitely feel more symbiotic now. I'm happy that I have the love that I do in my life. The few friends that I have left and the new ones that I got, are the relationships that I've developed recently, have been more important and more significant than many of the ones throughout my life. You know, and to everyone online here on Hive and formerly Steam that has been supporting me through this crisis, the worst crisis of my life, really. Thank you so much. I don't know, like, there were days when I was gasping for air, you know. I mean, really, like, most days I was gasping for air, just drowning in sorrow and hatred and jealousy and resentment. And through all that, like, you know, there were some strong individuals in the community, especially in the Tribe Steamo community, that were really just there for me, like, constantly, like, giving me comments, you know, sending me DMs to make sure I'm okay. That shit means a lot to me. It really does. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And there's a lot of you out there that have been supporting me in this way. I'll name off a few off the top of my head, but this is not everyone. Obviously, this is just who I can think of right now. You know, Truck Life Family, River Flows, Kenny's Kitchen, Alchemage, John U. Dyer, you know, fucking Coin, Hash Kings. All you guys are really, really, really good individuals. You guys have good souls. You're good people, and I really value that, and I recognize that. Okay, and this is an affirmation. I recognize you guys. I value you. You guys in my life. I don't know if I would be as far along as I am with my healing unless it was for all you guys. So I really appreciate it. There's a lot of good things popping up now. I'm not going to give too many details about this particular part, but you know, I might have an opportunity to be the main manager and master grower for a rec operation that is owned and operated by somebody who could actually help advance my music career significantly, because I'm not going to name who they are and I don't want to jinx it, but it's somebody that's of note that you would know who it is, involved with music. So that is exciting. That's not all that's going on. That's just like one cool thing. You know, the price of Hive made it so I could cash out some of my liquid Hive, and I got at least half my album cost paid for through my blog earnings, which is awesome. All off the fork too, which wasn't even like technically what I earned from Steam, so it's pretty cool. Additionally, like, there's been several producers that are like popping up out of nowhere that are offering to help me publish my stuff, to get my stuff mixed and mastered. Besides the couple of people, other producers that I've been dealing with previously, and I love their work. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I was like kind of thinking that I didn't want to pay as much money for this next album, because it was like, just for the mixing and mastering alone, it was like $1,200 on the Hex record. So for Power of Truth, I don't really want to pay that much money. And fortunately, there's been master producers and sound engineers that have hit me up on here. The Logical Dude was one of them. He hit me up the other day on one of my posts. He actually lives in Eugene, and he hit me up on Hive. I thought that was so cool. You know, he's offering to help me with that. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time. There's also and it's funny because I was sitting here yesterday, and this homegirl Brittany came in. I'd seen her in a while. Actually, I think I only met her one time. She just popped in my room. I was visiting someone else that lives here, and she just like asked me what I was doing, and I happened to mention that I was working on my album, because, you know, we're just sitting here during quarantine waiting for work, and she was like, "Oh, I know tons of people in the music scene around here, and hip hop too specifically." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And she started off naming off people that I didn't know, and it dumbfounded me. I was like, I thought I knew all the most popular hip hop, you know, producers and MCs in this area, but I guess I don't. And, you know, she linked me up with this one guy who's like, she said he can help me with promotion to like the max degree. You can get like tons of followers on my other social media accounts that are associated with my music, and really promote the album on platforms to where people can get it and like cut through the static and noise, which has always been my biggest issue, is finding ways to get people to hear the music. So I sent him some messages and some links to my stuff. I mean, he responded, he got back to me. I still have to check my messages on there to see if he got back to me again today after he went through everything. And she linked me up with this other guy too, who's like a tech guy, that's gonna help assist with the development of the Cell Phone Souls project and that whole web platform that I'm developing with Coin. So we're getting more assistance on that. I mean, this is great. Just things are just moving in a really positive direction. So I guess the message here is like just no matter how bad things get, you can't ever give up on yourself. Even if it seems hopeless, even if it seems like the bad feelings are never going to end, there is, I know some of you watching this video that are going through tough times right now might not want to hear this, but there is always light at the end of the tunnel. It might be far as shit away, and it might seem like it's impossible to get there, but you will get there if you are, just stay strong, you know, develop that strength. Do things in the meantime, even if you feel like crap, that make you feel better. Go work out, go to the gym, go take a run, go take a bike ride, you know, smoke some great, beautiful, divine cannabis medicine from Mother Gaia. But don't let your joints go out, like me. I'm excited for canna-curate, you know, Johnny's over there trying to work stuff out on Steam, like trying to be diplomatic and try to solve some of the fighting that's going on. I really admire that, like a lot of people, kind of just giving up on it, and I don't agree with the things that the Steam community is doing to some of the members of our fucking tribe that's on Steam still. Some people are getting downvoted into oblivion. A lot of them are like Tribe Steam Up elders. I hope that can be resolved, because I think it's like mean to do that to people who have pretty much been here since the beginning and just publishing like ridiculously awesome, just gold content, solid gold, that's really activism influenced, just all about like nature, environmentalism, all these kinds of things, and supporting big projects, doing movements, just doing all this extra work on Steam for like, not nearly as much as they deserve for the work they're putting in, and just adding the real value to the platform that built it up to what it was today, to what it is today. And I just really hope the people behind this can see that eventually and realize they're in the wrong. I know there's been like fighting on both sides, and I don't want to get into this too much, but I just always hope that we can always work things out between each other peacefully. And I know that sometimes lines are crossed where things can't be handled peacefully, and there needs to be a check. And I don't disagree with that either. I'm not a 100% a pacifist. I do believe in not supporting unjust wars and unjust conflict. But oftentimes you can't just let people run over you either at the same time. So if people are being aggressive and cross those lines, you need to defend yourself and your people. And I think there's a lot of that going on right now on both sides. So before we let this go into a full-fledged war, I think we should look back at the battles that have occurred and the things that have taken place, and kind of just take it with a grain of salt and realize that this doesn't need to continue now. I mean, the blows have been given. People got their licks on both sides. Let's end it. It's time to end this. We don't need to like make this a full-fledged war. I really hope that there can be some just more diplomacy and peace amongst the two blockchains. I'm a big supporter of Hive. I'm not afraid to say it. I've supported Steam for a long time. I don't like the direction it's heading in right now, but I'm not 100% willing to give up on it completely. I just think that there's a lot of discontent among the real people that have been on the platform for a long time that are getting treated this way. So at the end of the day, fuck all that. Whatever happens, happens. I love you guys. I'm here for you. We're here for each other. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it rolling. Do your thing. Get out there. Be positive. Feel good. Be happy. Do your fucking thing. Alright? How many times did I relight this now? Peace out. Have a great, fucking, wonderful, blessed day. I love all you guys so much.